Shout out to the end of that last game, by the way. We did get another sub. Nefarious_MD, medical doctor, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, we were very busy with the way that game was ending. Sure, I'll have you check your mic volume just real quick to double check it. I'm not sure if that was your mic or what that sound was, but
yeah, it was. I've got the issue thing again, but I sorted it out during the loading screen, so yeah.
Nice, professional, more professional than I am. Congratulations. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the last match possible. We've had every single match in the round of 8 go to the 3rd game. Fantastic stuff. Of course, when we had our other tournament, it was just like 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. It was really boring and stupid, in my honest opinion, but I'm loving the way this has been going. Great games, good games. I hope you're enjoying these, and sit tight as we see the final player in this game be decided for the semifinals. Spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map, playing for Team Liquid, it's none other than the tenacious red Protoss player, MaNa.
In the top right-ish of Catalina, we've got our blue Terran player showing some, showing a really good and solid game in the last game. Let's see how he fares in this one. Playing for Millennium, it is Marinelord.
Man, I gotta tell you, like, Marinelord, I've just got such a nerdgasm following this guy around, or a namgasm, if you will. One of the things that has been, I think, the most fantastic about this guy, like, okay, first off, he's duo versus MaNa. I mean, even the game he lost, he still played pretty well, but I've got to follow him. There's not a lot of players. Tefl, Dana, Bunny are a couple of the other ones like this where I've got to sort of see them go from team to team, from bottom to top type thing, and become these fantastic players. And Marinelord, you know, back in the day, against all authority, Zotac Cups, like this guy would barely make the quarterfinals. Not really someone who was on my radar, but in recent times has become a real fighting force, and he's shown that in this tournament, I think, more than anything else. And I really hope, if you guys have not heard of Marinelord, even if he loses this series, I do hope you'll keep him in your minds, because yeah, MaNa's a Team Liquid, MaNa's cool and all these other things, but Marinelord is the guy who is kind of came into this tournament, in my opinion, as more or less the underdog as far as favoritism goes, but has been playing really well and scrapping it out great.
Yeah, he has. It seems, yeah, like he has been getting, a lot better recently. I've, seen him on the ladder do really well, and in this tournament extremely well. So, yeah, he's really getting there, man. He's really good. Well, got the Reaper out, starts the reactor, and he's only got one worker on the gas this time, so we might not see, a fast factory like last game. Maybe we're gonna see more additional barracks in this one. Whereas MaNa changed it up as well. Last game he went for double gas before expanding. This game he goes for one gas expand.
The Reaper gets pretty much shoved out right away. The thing for Marinelord is he did at least see the gases. Oh, you missed the first game. That's right. The first game was so infuriating for me because he actually brought the SCV to scout but didn't see the gases with it. I'm like,
oh.
But, yeah. Okay, so a small bit of harass here on the CC that comes out early. Not exactly CC first, as we see Marines on the way with the reactor and all that, but still annoying if the SV were to go down. Reaper, please. There we go.
Oh, nice scout there by the pro, because I was going to mention this as well. That is one quick eBay, and he did scout the gases, so, that shouldn't have been an eBay, I was thinking, as a reaction to maybe an Oracle. And, obviously that's not going to be the case with these. You could still go a Stargate with this, but MaNa didn't go as quick gases as he could have, so it would be very unlikely to see a quick Stargate here. So Marinelord does go for the super quick +1, so he might, do something with that.
Well, to go for another name drop here into Muslim, because we haven't said his name enough in games that he's not involved in today. It was the Muslim who for a long time was really, I think, perpetrating, I'd say, this +1 push against Protoss. Just get that +1 weapons out as soon as you can and go ham, but I don't think that's what Marinelord's necessarily going to go for. I mean, he's getting a lot of Marines right now, and that's good, but I can't imagine this is going to work. And if MaNa's actually going for Blink, Protoss, please.
He's chrono boosting it. He's still making probes, at least, but yeah, there's going to be some more gateways going down here, and
okay, so there's
Marinelord C, not too much.
There's good and bad to this, though. Okay, on one hand is good. If you guys actually watched our DreamHack coverage, there was a game where Bomber versus MC, and Bomber actually moved out before MC was fully ready to fight with his Blink all-in on merry-go-round, and because of this, he caught the Stalkers out of guard when there's only like 4 or 6 of them. He absolutely trampled over them with his bio. But the downside for Marinelord is, like, because he's going for +1 and stim and all these other things, his Marauder count is going to be kind of lacking, so he might not be able to defend this if MaNa's the one who gets to bulk up and go for the aggression. But if he can catch MaNa out on the way and before the Blink hits, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think MaNa's gonna move out before Marinelord does, though. Like, I would I think he's gonna Marinelord wait for at least like +1 armor to finish, and maybe do like yeah, you know, some medivac 1-1. Yeah, sorry.
Because like you're throwing up there in the middle of that sentence.
Yeah. Christ. Yeah. All right. You know, he might go for a 1-1 medivac kind of pressure, but you know, he's gonna have to worry about what's coming at him now.
Is this SCV gonna scout this? No.
Out.
Oh, this SCV's gonna miss it. The double bunkers though, triple bunkers even. Okay, Marinelord. Oh, did he scan? When did he see this? I didn't actually hear the scan go off. But he saw the flight council at some point. Okay, so I take all this back to speculation.
So he's seen the gateways, but he also saw the robo. Like, MaNa is transitioning behind this. He's got the additional gases in the natural. He's got the robo now making an observer. No forge or anything like that, but it's just going to be light pressure. He's making a pylon on the left-hand side, so he might try and blink into the main. Or try and snipe SCVs. So.
That's actually a good call for Marinelord to stay in the back. For a moment, that looks a little bit scary because you're like, oh man, repair the bunker, can't lose the bunker. But then you realize like the goal is to actually kill the SCVs, so you don't really want to give too many away. Not a lot of stalkers here. It doesn't take a lot of bunkers to hold, but Marinelord's got some pretty good ones. This opening here in the main, by the way, it sucks trying to defend against the blink all in. If that were the case, but MaNa is showing, of course, that it's not. War Prism on the way, third base on the way. We got a Robo Bay on the way, and Marinelord's going to be playing so paranoid, so scared of this potential blink all in. Well, actually, he's going to scout this. Oh, this SCV is a goddamn sure. This SCV is the best SCV.
What a scout. That's a very
That's a huge scout. Now he knows that it's not going to be the all-in. He doesn't have to play super paranoid. I doubt he salvages the bunkers immediately, but he no longer has to play this super scary defensive game.
That's so well done by Marinelord. Yeah, and he's going to have a lot of potential to counterattack now. There is no upgrades for MaNa. He's just adding on gateways and going for those Colossus. He's going to try and hold on to that third base before thinking about, you know, getting any upgrades. So, meanwhile, Marinelord getting a third barracks. Kind of late, but he has been getting those medivacs nice and early, going for the +1 armor, so he's gonna have a great upgrade lead, but we'll see if he can do too much with it. If MaNa can get away with this economy, like, it's not gonna matter that he's down in upgrades for a while at least, because he's gonna be able to get so much army.
I'm loving the Warp Prism though. This was definitely something lacking out of MaNa last time. Not really be able to do that harass, not be able to drop the SCV or the Zelts on the SCV line and warp in more. I mean, if there's one thing a Warp Prism does, it brings an army back home, right? Like, production usually is not enough to deal with this. But
Marinelord is so far out on the map now, like, he doesn't have an option to actually turn back now. He's just gonna continue moving out with his army, I'd imagine. He's gonna try deal with this with production alone. A Warpin without Warp Prism would be pretty good right now. Just gonna pick up. Denying a lot of mining time though. This is a very nice move by MaNa because he's already up so much in economy without the third base mining, and he's actually dealing economic damage to a Terran only on 2 bases, with the third just making now. But third base, bit vulnerable. I think MaNa can defend this. What was that second Colossus? It's in the natural. So 2 Colossus, Photon Overcharge, Force Fields.
A nice juke on that Widowmine, by the way. Not a lot of damage goes down for that. Still taking a little bit of shield damage though on the retreat. Stim's gonna have to go off once again if he wants to get fully away. Yep, there goes Blink once again. Warp Prism's still alive. Really scary that this could come into effect behind this, but right now, of course, Marinelord's not thinking about the Warp Prism at all. He's got a couple units left here from that last Warpin, but I mean, right now his idea is to retreat.
Yeah, he does retreat, and I was just about to say I would love for MaNa to throw down, you know, 2 forges right now, and that's exactly what he does, unless he wants to go full on CJ into his hero and win with 0-0 versus 3-3 bio with Colossus and Storm, but he's not gonna go for that. He's gonna get those forges down and Twilight soon as well, I'd imagine. Look how much gas he's got. 900, so he can definitely afford to, you know, get Storm and stuff now.
It's funny that proxy pylon, by the way, being sniped was the supply block for MaNa.
Alright.
Bit frustrating there, but still has a probe snuck out on the map, so might be able to get a new one down. Vikings actually do not kill the observer in that scan. Ah, that's such a salty moment for Terran.
Big drop coming in, south side of the map, southeast, coming into the main. There's stalkers in position, but he doesn't know, so he's not gonna have the stalkers exactly in the right position. But you know, they're in the main at least, so that's very nice by MaNa to be ready for this. Oh my god, there's so much space on this side of the map. It's actually,
there really is. It's disgusting.
Incredible. Oh my god.
Dude, you're Zerg player. How do you not like abuse this with mutas? You shouldn't be astonished by this. But while this goes on, Marinelord is poised outside the third to strike in here as well. So once he recognizes MaNa spends a lot of the defense, because I mean these stalkers are not going to hold up very long, he's going to push into that third.
We lost so many stalkers there, and the probes are dying so quickly. This is very important damage.
Oh, MaNa actually left a large portion of his armor here. I like this a lot, actually. He splits perfectly to defend this.
And he does actually kill a lot of barrels at first as well, so very nice done, yeah, indeed there. I think, yeah, he's just kind of expecting that to happen, because that's, I guess, a pretty common move from the Terran player, so you never want to move your entire army to deal with drops, so yeah, nice multitasking or army splitting there by MaNa. He's kind of moving out Storm and Charge now, together with that +1/+1, so he's setting up nicely, but he did lose a fair amount of probes there, maybe at least 8 or so. So he was well done by Marinelord, but I still like MaNa's position with that economy he's had for a while now.
Well, he finally cleans up the warp prism, which is nice, but this is getting to that scary time again, Namshar. Storm on the way. There's going to be ghosts, there's going to be EMPs. But this is what I love about TVP. It's kind of like a slugfest up until you get these 2 tech units, you know, the Templar versus the Ghost. That's when this matchup becomes more about position. I mean, it's always about positioning, let's be honest. Concaves, not engaging the Colossus and Force Fields and whatnot, but it's really, truly, when you get these guys, that it becomes like the big deal.
Yeah, and there's no ghosts, so I don't know what Marinelord is planning on doing here. He's gonna fall back now. Still no ghost in production. He's got the Ghost Academy finished, I swear. Yeah, it's finished, but he's not making any ghosts, and he needs them. And it's not like he's lacking the gas either. So, I mean, MaNa's even moving out now. Is he actually gonna go for it? Is there any probe with this army? No. So I'm not sure. Is this a good idea by MaNa to move out like this? Oh.
If he catches Marinelord, yeah, like this, then yeah, I guess just a couple free units. Vikings out of position, but as he flanks it from the south, this is a bad choke. He can't run it with the Marauders. Storms go down on top of the feet, or sorry, on top of the Vikings rather. The Stalkers though need to be focusing these down.
Yeah, the Vikings are doing really well. The Stalkers are killing the Vikings now, but all the Colossus might fall almost. One stays alive.
Yeah.
But also 2 Vikings get away.
The awkward thing though is it's not about like trading with Colossus. You have to take them all out. It's not about like, oh, I got all but one, so I'm just gonna keep going. No, it's there's one Colossus standing. You can't really keep pushing unless it's like 200 supply to 100.
Yeah, definitely. So it's sucks for Marinelord that he didn't get that down, and still, I have to stress it some more. No ghosts. Why?
Because they're scary, spooky, and I don't believe in them. Okay.
You need ghosts, man. And like, he's getting the 2nd starport at least, so I like seeing that. He's gonna need that, you know, to be able to keep the Viking count and Medevac count at a good level, but yes, I want to get those ghosts eventually. MaNa feeling pretty good, man. He's getting that 4th phase. That's a sign of that he's feeling comfortable in the game, and it's pretty obvious that he's doing really well. He's got 2-2 finish now. Is he gonna try and do something with 2-2? I'm not sure. I think he's just posturing with his army because he knows he's got so much storm. He knows it's kind of safe to be out on the map like this. And he sees with the observer now that there aren't any ghosts. Oh my god, look at the drops on the east side of the map, and he does get 2 full Medivacs. Oh my god, how did he know? What?
I think for MaNa it's about just seeing the clip edge of it. You know it's gonna be there at some point, right? So send a couple of Stalkers over, hope for the best. I mean, let's be honest, it looks a little bit silly, right? But you're so oftentimes roaming with the Stalkers because they have Blink. You know you're safe to disengage should something actually attack you, right? So, one of mine's here, going to be poked at. Shot or 2 will go off. He's going to lose a lot of the Stalkers. He doesn't have a lot of anti-air. He can't afford to lose these Stalkers. Meanwhile, a couple Zealots segmented off to the right. Might try and sneak here into the natural. We got lots of storms going down, but as the Vikings get involved, there's nothing to shoot them down. Oh my god, these Colossus are going to fall. MaNa, I'm not sure why he's pressing the issue here. He's got an army supply lead, and that's great, but Defender's advantage will kick in for the Terran player here in a moment's time. Production's going to look really well. He kites behind us, gets on top of the bunker. No Colossus left. No storms available. Stim to win.
Yeah, that last... what was I going to say? High Templar did die there before getting his storm off. He's got one more High Templar here with 150 energy. That's 2 storms right there.
But not using the bunker in the high ground is a bit of a mistake, I feel. Immortal will go down. Well, that storm is actually pretty good. That storm is actually really good.
Did a lot of Marines. And...
Still a lot of Marauders standing though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if MaNa needed to press the issue, but it's working.
Oh, that storm though! He just sits in it! Marinelord, please!
Oh, rip. Oh, nice game.
Congrats is called. MaNa will take the series 2-1 and go on to fight against the Muslim in the semifinals. But we will be doing the other semifinals first. It's going to be a best of 5. And it's Little Bow versus Whelmu, I think? Yeah, Whelmu beat up Targa. Sorry, have a brain moment there.
That should be a very good PvP, man. Wellmu and Littlebow are both really good right now, so it's gonna be cool to see how they fare against each other. But yeah, grats to MaNa. That was a solid game. He went for the 5 stalker pressure into a really quick third, and that third base was just doing so well for him the whole game. He was just setting himself up really nicely, and yeah, was able to finish Marinelord off there in the end. So congrats. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this PvP, man. I never thought I'd actually say that, but it's gonna be cool to see. Littlebow and Well both good,
it wouldn't be Europe though if it wasn't 3 Protoss and 1 Terran in the sorry, semifinals. So these are gonna be best of 5s. Semifinals are best of 5. Let me update this because yeah, it's gonna be Wellmu versus Littlebow, guys. Hope you haven't forgotten about them. It's funny, we're actually on schedule today, pretty much on point. Yesterday and day 1 we were like 2 to 3 hours ahead of schedule, which isn't a bad thing by any means, but we are pretty much on point today, which is nice.
It's been yeah, a lot of 2-1s. It's pretty cool. It's 2-1s throughout the entire playoffs, quarterfinals.
Yeah. Oh, we got another sub, by the way. Sorry. Big shout out to Nefarious, or MD, of course, and Al Roker and Untitled Grub. I actually have to go add you guys here to the overlay. I haven't done that yet.